Brad Marchand and his top line showed up last night, as did Big Bob, who was huge between the pipes, making some ginormous stops, especially on a couple of breakaways. And the Sams showed up yet again, and Baby Barkov making it look easy on a big-time breakaway to seal the win for the Cats. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. We're getting close to 4,000 subs. If you guys are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It just takes a second. Remember, I want to show Oilers Digest, Leafs Digest, Lightning's Digest, all of those guys that we have the best fan base. This channel, I want it to explode compared to what they are doing right now and show them that I have the best fans out there and the biggest support system. For those of you who already subscribed, thank you all so much. For those of you who have not, hit that subscribe button down below, guys. You all need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. And man, did they look good last night. A little shaky here and there in the first period, but they picked things up in that second and third period. And Bob played out of his mind again with some of those toe saves. Just unbelievable. Stopping Kempe. I mean, Kopitar got his first goal of the season for the Kings off of a really tough tip from a shot coming up near the blue line. But anyways, guys, I've got highlights to show you. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right to it. Here we go. Started off right here. So, great shot from the point by Petrie to put that in front of the net. Big time rebound for Bennett, who puts it home. Great job by the Cats to start off. But here, a really lackluster play by Ekblad. Really just, what are you doing with the pass? Just careless pass that leads to this big breakaway for Kempe, but a big stop by Bobrovsky. He had a couple of those last night, or a few of those last night. So big saves by him. That really made sure the Cats got the W last night and got those 2 points, moved them back up into a better position in the Atlantic Division and the Eastern Conference. Not that far out of the wild card spot. Like I said, I'm not panicking about the Panthers, but this is the kind of play we need to see by them. And Bennett did say, we got back to playing simpler hockey. And they did. Kept it simple, did the big time things they needed to do on offense. A little careless at times with the puck, like you just saw there with Ekblad. But let's keep going. So big stop by Bob right there. And look at the positioning. This is something I wanted everybody to see. We are trying to crowd in front of not really the net, but in the halfway point of our defensive zone. We're not getting up toward the blue line. We're letting these guys take these outside shots because we usually know that Bob can get his glove on it or his blocker or get a leg on it with the pad. But watch what happens here. There's a great stop by him. It's actually not this one. There's one later down the line that you will see. He gives up a rebound and almost is able to get to a Kings player, and they're able to almost put it in the back of the net. But Bob, again, is just big with his huge saves. And here's Marshy, just being huge, smart, getting behind the net, putting pressure on the goaltender. And guess what happens? Causes the turnover, puts in the back of the net. Easy does it. That is his first one of the night. And let's keep it rolling. So this pass was unbelievable. Watch this. Right in the middle. Great backhand shot right over the goaltender. Awesome play by Rhino. Great passing by the Cats. That's what we need to see. Guys crashing the net, getting into a better position, and making sure they're lifting the puck up over the goaltender when he is down, not shooting it right at him. So what I want you guys to see here is just we're out of position again. Defensively, this has been happening a lot. So we have a guy on the near side face-off circle heading toward the net. Watch how wide open he is. Right there. And then Bob, just look at the motion from him moving from the far side to the near side post and gets his leg on it. Just unreal. I mean, they kept saying it on the broadcast last night if you were able to stay up and listen. He's just, his ability, his flexibility, I should say, is just unreal. And his ability to go from post to post is second to none in the NHL. Yeah, I know his stats might not be the greatest this season, but man, he is playing lights out still. He does not look like he's 37 years old. Man, he's big. Obviously, the last game against the Ducks, not the greatest showing by him, but he didn't get a lot of help from his defense. So anyways, let's keep it rocking and rolling. And here we go. Bad play by Kempe. Fans on that puck trying to keep it in his offensive zone. We capitalize on the breakaway and a big time shot right between the 5-hole. Lundell. Awesome, man. Just love seeing that. So here we're going to keep going here. And big time turnover. Kings getting a little lackadaisical with their passing and puck control. Marshy turns around, capitalizes on that, puts that one right by the goaltender. Pretty easy stuff for the Cats on those turnovers. And that's where they need to really capitalize. When those big turnovers are happening in their offensive third, they need to capitalize. And you saw Petrie throwing the puck at the net. And I said this in the last video. They need to just shoot the puck. Even if it's from the blue line, shoot the puck at the goaltender if you have a wide open net or you've got a good shooting lane. Take the risk. A rebound could be there. We didn't have a lot of rebound chance goals before this game. I think we had 3 in the entire season. Last night, I think we got 2, maybe 3. So we got to capitalize on those plays. And we have to stop being careless with the puck, especially when we're up at our blue line in the offensive third. That's what's leading to these breakaways. And that's still, I wouldn't say our complete Achilles heel, but it does lead to so many odd man rushes and breakaways. That has been one of the reasons why we've been falling behind in games, especially on the road. So we've got to make up for that. Better passing, better puck control. I think instead of trying to pass it, they need to do a little more movement at the blue line. Instead of trying to pass, Ekblad probably should have put that one around the boards, give your guys a chance to get to it, especially behind the net in the trapezoid. Maybe have your guys get to it first, create something in front of the net, or just keep playing the puck behind the net, going from corner to corner, see if you can get your man on it and make a play. But still loved the game last night. Absolutely fantastic. And Brad Marchand had one hell of a night. 2 goals. His line was great. Let's just get right into some of these numbers and some of these stat lines, guys. I mean, that is what I want to see. That play from the Cats is what we want to see, guys. I know the Kings are not the greatest team. They're not as quick as the Ducks, but they still have some big name players. I mean, Corey Perry was on fire, still remains to be on fire. I love the fact that Greer and him scrapped towards the end of that game. I think that was pretty awesome. Even though, Perry got his butt kicked by Greer. It was awesome. So anyways, let's keep going here. Brad Marchand scores 2 goals. Panthers get the road trip rolling with 5-2 win over LA Kings. Can they keep it rolling? That is the big question. Big game tomorrow night in San Jose against the Sharks. Maybe, hopefully, they can get a little retribution and get the W for this one. And here we go. So team stats were very close for these two. I already said coming into this one that, if you're looking at the team stats in total, not just for the game, they're pretty much almost even keel. Our power play is still not rolling yet. There's something still off about it, and I don't think they're taking enough chances. They're really turning the puck over at bad times inside their offensive zone, and man, they just got to find a way to get that movement again that's off the puck. Generate movement around the net. We've got to be able to put guys in front of their goaltender to make sure that we're trying to block their view of where the puck is when they're dancing around that blue line. Create some open spaces. That's what they need to try to do. That's why we've been getting scored on, because the other teams are doing a great job of catching us out of position, usually on the backside. And that's why other teams are scoring on the power play. I mean, you look at the way Pittsburgh is playing. They have the number 1 power play in the NHL right now. I think they're around like 32% or something. It's insane. And Sidney Crosby's playing out of his mind there. I think he's got 6 power play goals. They are in perfect positioning. They're moving the puck so well. Their movement away from the puck has been so great. It's creating a lot of open passing lanes, especially on the backside of the net. That's creating just literally a wide open net. And it's easy for Sidney Crosby to put those away. But anyways, we were definitely a more physical team. You guys saw a couple of big hits in that game last night. That's the Panthers that we know. So awesome job. Finally getting a shorthanded goal. That's great. Let's keep looking here. 995 career points for Marchand. Bravo. Man, he's getting closer to 1,000. What a season he's having, man. 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 points on the year. Can't say more about the man. I think his play has been speaking for itself. The leader in the locker room, on the ice, outside of the locker room. just fantastic, and his line has been nothing short of spectacular. 3 goals, 1 assist, awesome numbers. Reinhart's on the board. Bennett's on the board. Evan Rodriguez had 5 shots last night trying to make things happen. Carter Verhaeghe finally is getting an assist. He's getting some points out there. Mackie Samoskevich, I know he didn't have any points last night, but the good news is, again, he's trying to create for his teammates. I think he's been doing a great job. And now, Bob was just out of his mind. You saw some of the saves he made last night. Well, let's take a look at the guys that were playing in front of him. His defenseman, great job by Mikkola. Unsung hero last night with 2 assists on the evening, and Bob was .923 save percentage, stopping 24 of the 26 shots he faced. Shorthanded shots, there were 2 that were huge saves, and I mean, I can't say more about him. I think everybody already knows how great he is. So I'm not going to say anything more about Bob, but defense was better. At times, some shaky spots here. Like I said, Aaron Ekblad with a careless pass. Puck handling at times was a little off. So we've got to be more careful with puck control, especially in our defensive third, as well as at the top of the blue line in our offensive third. That will help us not lead to these big-time turnovers and giveaways that allow the other team to get a breakaway or an odd man rush, which has not gone well for us so far this season. But again, Petrie on the board points-wise, Aaron Ekblad on the board as well with an assist apiece. So great job there. I love the physical play by the team last night, and that's what these guys needed. So these were the numbers heading into it. Panthers took advantage of the fact that, hey, they needed to get something big going. They got to put some points up there so that way they can come out of the basement, move up in the standings, keep themselves alive in that wild card position. I know we're so far away from the playoffs, but again, we cannot fall too far behind. Hopefully, they'll ride this momentum wave into, like I said, the next game tomorrow night against the San Jose Sharks. But here is Paul Maurice talking about Sam Reinhart last night. The man has been on fire, 7th goal of the season, one of the most impactful players in our room as a leader. He's got that great balance. He can talk to the coaches about X's and O's because he sees things on the ice so very well, but he also will do hard things that kind of keep them connected to the players. So I agree. Reinhart has been stepping up. He's doing it on the defensive end. He's doing it on the offensive end. He's making things happen. He's talking to his players. He's talking to his coaches, trying to find a way to get this offense sparked. And man, it is starting to happen. And here's Sergei Bobrovsky on Brad Marchand's big night, 2 goals. He's been outstanding for us all season. He's the one who drives us. Leader in the locker room, leader on the ice. Great to have him. Obviously, I think every single Panthers fan out there could say the same thing. Man, are we lucky to have him. Because if he wasn't here right now, I don't think we'd be in the position we're in right now. I think we'd be falling way behind in the standings because he has been the catalyst for scoring opportunities for us so far this season. And Sam Bennett on Bobrovsky's big night. It was great. We can always rely on him. He came up when he needed to, made some really big saves, and kept us in the game. That he did. Bob coming up ginormous again, and I think it's going to have to happen most of the season, because right now, I mean, Tarasov is great. He has been very solid in between the pipes. But our defense needs to step up a little bit more. We've got to be more aware of where the offensive players are when we're in our defensive third. You can't just be away from a player and just have all of your guys kind of hovering around the face-off circles in our defensive zone and give a lot of space for the guys at the blue line. Like I said, Bob is great at finding the puck when it's shot from the blue line if there aren't a million guys in front of him screening him out. If you give him a lane to see where the puck is coming from, he will stop it 9 times out of 10. Yeah, unless it gets deflected. Again, Kopitar, I think he saw it the whole way. Kopitar barely got a stick on it enough to deflect it just that few inches to put it over and up into the twine. But we've got to be a little bit more cognizant of where players are on the ice in our defensive third. They have to do a better job of, especially on the penalty kill, knowing where your guys are. When we have that nice box, or you want to call it a diamond or whatever it is, how we are moving around when we're doing our penalty kills. Last season, it looked totally different than it does now. We're always getting caught out of position, especially on Bob's backside. That has been one of our biggest problems this season. It's got to be fixed. And again, it's really tough to do that when you don't have Barkov, who is so aware of what is happening around him when you're down a man. So anyways, guys, better performance last night. Do I dare say the whole season's going to turn around now? I'm not going to be that, I'm going to say, ambitious to say it. Do I feel better? Yeah. I mean, that's how they have to play night in and night out. But they also, I know everybody said, oh, they're tired, they're this, they played a lot of hockey. I get it. Yes, they have. And they are going to be tired. The injuries that's why guys are getting injured. But I can say this. The style of game, the style of play that they had last night is the style they're probably going to have to adopt until Matthew Tkachuk comes back. We're not going to see Barkov until at least the playoffs or somewhere into the playoffs. Nosek is an indeterminable amount of time right now. Every time I look on there, it does not have a technical time frame of how long he will be out. It just says indefinitely. As for Barkov, 7 to 9 months, and we already know that Kulikov is around the same time frame as that, around that 5-month period. So maybe we'll see him. But again, I don't know how much of a change Tkachuk will have. I'm hoping it'll be a big one. They can finally move their lines around a little bit more and get some cohesiveness again. Because I know with him out there, he knows how to set his teammates up. He can also shoot the puck so darn well. He'll help this team. So anyways, bounce back, big game. Another one tomorrow night, guys. Let's see if we can go 50. Let's see if we can make it 2 out of 3 on this road trip. And then we got the big test against the Golden Knights on the 10th. So anyways, guys, thank you so much again for all of your support. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Again, put comments down there if you've got questions to ask me. I will be more than happy to answer them and do more research for you guys. And I'm going to start doing some live episodes. So I will announce those coming up, give you guys about a week time so you can prepare if you have questions, comments, concerns, whatever. I would love for you guys to be a part of these live episodes, so I will be answering your questions via text. We'll vamp everything up and figure it all out in due time. But anyways, I will start doing those. I'm also going to start having guests come on the channel to give you guys a little bit more of a look from another angle besides mine. But anyways, again, thank you all. I will see you guys tomorrow and give you a little pregame about what to expect, who we should look out for, and the big players that I think are going to step up for the Cats to give us another W. Anyways, enjoy your day, guys. See you tomorrow. Go Cats.